Ben, get him. Oh, that was a bunch.
Oh man. Oh, you're smoking now.
Are you smoking?
Yeah.
Is that what
weed, Aiden?
happened?
I switched from weed to cigarettes while
You come
we were-
back from Italy and you're
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And my son's on his phone. He doesn't care about anything
Hey, I got
anymore.
business, all right? I'm going to tell the pod straight up right now. I have wheeling and dealing stuff to do.
You are on the
is
cusp
true.
of a change in your entire life.
Mixer
know,
has
I think I've
offered him
told-
$40 million.
I told my chat that. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm in the middle of contract negotiations, so I can't get banned because they wanted me to pull up a picture of me in the underwear that I had.
Oh yeah, don't do
but replace the penis with the monkey balls that Schlatt had.
it.
And I was like, I pulled it up. I got banned. I get banned. My contract negotiation's over. I'm going to fucking
That would
mixer.
suck. That is like the fucking 0-yard line.
Yeah.
And-
That is literally dropping the ball and then just,
Yeah.
oof, that'd be tough.
Welcome to the yard. By the way,
Episode 16.
episode 16. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
that
I
you
do.
can
I am
count?
such an avid fan of the yard.
Well, it's the
Are
first-
you
it's
really?
the first time you've been right, so I don't think that that's
Yeah.
true.
You're also
Alright,
not a fan
sure.
because you didn't even know about the "Have you dreamed this aimen" face. You were like, "What is that?"
You know what's funny? I was doing a Reddit recap today, and there was a yard meme in there, and someone in my chat was like, "Man, I wish the yard Reddit would pop off like this."
You know what? It's up to you guys. Like, cause we're in there, we check it. You know, you
Well, the
just gotta
problem
get
is,
in there.
It's like there's no incentive because like we'll check it like passively, but we don't like pull it up.
I have talked about it before.
We should start pulling the Reddit up on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
I think
down.
like some of the things in there have been bangers.
that's why I bring it up. I'm actually the most sexually, socially active among everyone in like the
Fuck a fan
Discord
club?
and stuff. No, fuck a fan club.
Dang.
My
Fuck
fuck,
a-
dude. Hey,
Aiden perked
Ah!
up.
You don't woo it. By the way,
This guy rocks.
a funny thing, you're wearing that beautiful designer item. Real quick, I actually tried to buy that when it dropped
Yeah,
online
I
for
know.
Aiden.
So for those who don't know, this is a authentic Fortnite / Balenciaga collaboration.
It's a sweater.
You tried
So
to get the T-shirt.
I tried to buy you
Tried to
a
slight me.
large
There are-
Balenciaga Fortnite T-shirt, and here's what happened. I tried to buy it with a business card because it's an expense.
Mhm.
Because it's like, you know, it's obviously a fucking stupid prop meme.
Yeah.
Like $400. I tried 3 different times throughout the day.
$400.
Oh, 400.
No, that was a
yeah,
shirt.
this
Yeah,
shirt.
and
I wish.
our bank was like, "This is fraud. Stop.
Yeah.
You can't buy this."
Dude, my
Dude,
favorite,
our bank blows.
my favorite thing about that was this is Anthony tells me this like 2 days after AshCon had messaged me, and he said that you should buy this. Like you should
said
get
it to
this
you?
for yourself.
That's funny.
Yeah. and then I told him I was later on I was like, yeah, Slime tried to buy it for me.
Dude, me
And
and
then
Aiden are in the Italian Balenciaga, and the associate, bless her heart, she was like walking us around explaining every item. Very helpful, very passionate about Balenciaga and what they make.
He was so
She sees
nice.
that we're enamored by this item. she
like,
sees
like Indiana Jones.
me and Aiden are cross-armed, and we're both looking at it, and we're like nodding, like, yes, this is the one. This is it.
She walks over. She like tries to explain Fortnite to us.
Yeah,
it's
she's like,
very funny.
It's you said,
It's-
dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's
They
like a
they
game.
cranked
She
the
does the
90s.
dance.
Very exclusive partnership.
And Aiden does the most Aiden thing I think I've ever seen, where he starts to explain how we have run Fortnite events. And
Yeah.
To an Italian woman.
yeah, he starts to just
Yeah.
give
In
all-
English.
and she's like, "Oh,
At this time
oh.
of day, localized entirely in your kitchen.
She has no fucking idea what he's saying.
Yeah, so I'm Aiden, but my brother, his name's
You know,
Ethan.
he did that.
But-
He did
No
that.
way.
He explained how his brother played
Yeah.
the game
So
like
his name's Ethan, but
semi-professionally.
sometimes they call me Eamon. But well, my name's Aiden.
So
He's
What?
18 now.
Hold on.
He has a MILF
Hold
thing.
on.
No, I
this
won't
is where
hold on.
I draw
Brother.
the line. I get to be proud of my little brother.
fuck you.
That is kind of cute.
Not to a random
No.
Italian woman.
That's cute.
Yeah.
He's bragging like a
guess.
proud
It was
soccer
too much
mom.
information. Anyways, so me and Aiden are talking about it, and it's like a $1,000 sweatshirt, and it just says Fortnite and Balenciaga. on it.
This was 890 euros.
Oh my god.
That's like $1,000.
Can you come here? I want to feel it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's actually pretty.
it's very
nice.
well made.
It better be.
Here, hold on. You know what I do like about it? The design on the back.
Oh, there's a back? Is it like a band tee?
Yeah, it's like a
the-
band
Like
tee.
the tour?
Yeah.
Okay, show me.
It's Retail Row, which is
Oh
in the game.
wow!
imagine it
That's actually kind of fire.
Imagine it said Tomato Town.
Let me touch it.
You would think based off fits, Aiden's the richest one here, but it's the opposite. He's the poorest.
So we're both looking at this because I think my first reaction and Nick's first reaction is we're laughing at it because there's a whole rack of these things, right?
Yeah, the
And
whole collection there.
They're
which
like
is,
normal shirts.
there's
and
only
hoodies and shit.
200 of those, so it's
Yes.
rare to have
Yeah,
one.
they
Really?
only made 200
That's what
of
sold
the
me.
sweater.
That's number 8. He has
I
number 8.
originally was like, "You are dumb," and then he told me he has 8 of 200, and I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah,
"That's cool."
And it has a serial number on it. It's
Yeah.
literally
More
number
people
8.
have the Mogul Moves turtleneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's
You know?
more of
And
those.
this is so their Italian store is their flagship store. It's the largest Balenciaga in the world.
Is Balenciaga an Italian brand?
No.
French.
No.
Because it's Balenciaga Couture.
Culture.
First word Spanish, second word French.
Last name ever.
That's
first
what
name.
always confused me, by the
Greatest.
way, is because Balenciaga is not a fucking
So
French word.
me and
Anyway.
Aiden are T-posed up. We're looking at this fucking Fortnite thing, and
Uh-huh.
we're laughing. And she comes over very enthusiastic. We're trying to explain how we're like not laughing at the item. What we are.
So it's like you used to be able to use a shotgun and then the other shotgun, and then you switch between
the
them.
blue pump
Double
was
pump, double
busted.
pump, double
Yeah,
pump.
yeah.
So we're trying to explain. We're
Do you
trying to
know,
explain
do
that
you know
like
who Booga is?
Do you think she knew who Ninja was?
no shot,
100%.
no shot.
He's a fucking
0%.
worldwide celebrity, bro.
0%.
I don't
She
know.
barely understood what Fortnite was.
Really?
Yeah. Which was kind of endearing.
Excuse me.
But we're trying to explain that we're like not laughing at the item. We are, but we're like not making fun of it. We find it cool, but we're explaining that we find it cool because it's funny. This whole thing. And then me and Aiden look at each other and we're like, well, there's only one. And we're like, so who's gonna buy it? And we're not like fighting over it. Like we're
You still have to pay $1,000.
Both of us are saying like paying $1,000 for a Fortnite item is kind of an L. Despite us both thinking it is cool.
This
like,
is the thought process is that like this sucks in general, but this specific one kind of nice. But also, I'm not willing to pull the trigger.
Both
on
of
this
us-
so much
$1,000
money.
both of us
sweater.
were
Yeah.
immediately drawn to this one, despite all there being other items. So we
I
both.
can't believe you didn't fight over having it because it's so cool to have.
Because it's
Wait.
because of the amount of money.
I don't
Do
think.
you really?
I don't think
Are you
either-
fucking around?
I think that when I learned that there's 200 of them, like you could probably resell that for more than you
Yeah,
bought.
you could flip it on
Oh,
grill.
100%.
Is this how
Yeah,
you
maybe.
scam Ludwig?
Maybe.
You just tell him that something's rare and limited. And he's like, well, I gotta
Dude,
have
he
it.
has a collection of Pokemon
Yeah.
cards that are
Yeah.
minted. Of course, this is how you
Literally,
scam
yes.
him.
I
That's what
bought
I'm
a
saying.
$16,000 wax statue of
Dude.
Jackie Chan. If you told me there were 3,000, I would be
Hey,
so sad.
You know what's rare? You know what's rare as shit is fucking replying to me. Maybe you start doing
what?
that.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Hey, collect this.
Does it resell on Grail well?
Collect Lil B base god. collect this.
Hashtag rare reply.
So me and Aiden ultimately decide let's coin flip, and loser takes it. And clearly I won the coin flip. So Aiden took it.
loser takes it.
We filmed it, and the woman, the sales associate, is watching the whole thing. Like us laughing, discussing this going through, and then us doing the coin flip in the middle of the store. And we finish it. We have we have our reactions or whatever. And she comes over to us again. She's like, "No one has ever done this before."
yeah. She was like, no one has ever done anything like this in this store. And we're like,
That is half of what Nick was saying as we walked around Italy. He's like, this has never happened in Italy. This has never happened before.
You're just trying to make world firsts
That's
everywhere.
when I was psyched about playing Right Thur by Chingy in an Icelandic national park.
dude,
Yeah.
Because
That's huge.
no one has ever listened to
we're
Right
in like
Thur
a
in that
rooftop,
park before.
like a 5-star like rooftop restaurant in Italy, and Ludwig's dropping fucking like cummy poggies and random shit like that.
No, okay,
And I'm
okay.
like, this has never happened.
I couldn't believe this.
Is it
I
going
actually
Poggies
couldn't
then?
believe this. So it was like our second to last day, right? Ludwig had pitched the idea of getting tailored Italian suits.
No, I didn't pitch it. Hold up. You're a liar. Your grandfather gave you $2,000 when you turned 18 to buy a suit.
Oh, and what'd you do, Aiden?
And you didn't do it. You used it on rent and bullshit.
Yeah,
and
what,
Then,
booze?
Hold on,
and
hold
then,
on.
Wait.
Just rent.
Hey.
Just to
Hey.
be clear.
No, not a handle.
Rent.
Maybe a handle.
which is
Huh?
which is
maybe a
bullshit.
rack.
And
Huh?
then,
And then,
when your grandfather said, "How's the suit?" You said, "Oh, it's great."
damn,
Dude,
and
is this the one I met?
you lied
No.
to Peepaw.
He fucking lied to Peepaw. Oh,
Peepaw
suits-
came up and
'Cause
made the
I needed
Minecraft
it. I
villager
needed
noise.
to pay rent.
Hey.
I was running out of money.
Want you to know, Peepaw watches the pod too. You're
That's
fucked.
right.
You're
Yeah.
fucked.
I don't think people
Boomers
watches.
love us.
Yeah,
But-
we-
Okay,
it's
that
us
is
and
fair.
Newsmax.
I did give you that backstory as to why I wanted to participate.
Yeah,
in
you
the
wanted
suit
to.
line.
I sold you on getting
Yes,
a custom
you
Italian
sold me
suit.
on getting a custom Italian suit because I owed it to my grandfather because I never used that money for what I told told him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
lied to your progenitor.
I needed to pay
You know
rent.
how I sold
to be
him to?
clear,
I said-
it was for rent.
I said, what if he dies tomorrow?
That's what I was thinking too.
Hey,
What if he never finds out?
That.
$2,000 now, Aiden. Maybe it pays rent. You go out and buy a suit, get a good job. You pay rent the rest of your life.
Think
you ever think
about
about that? You ever
Maybe
think about
that's why
that?
he gave that
This is like-
2002
this
He's
is
year.
leading
like a
Italian
really-
to rent. He lives for a day.
the Italian version of Dinner with Jay-Z.
Your grandpa just tweets out, "Take the $2,000."
Dude, dinner with FaZe Banks or $1 million right now.
Yo,
Dude, FaZe Banks just eating
just flip a
spaghetti,
couple
not even
NFTs,
talking to you.
bro.
These meatballs are good,
Like,
bro.
So this CryptoPunk's actually wearing a different pair of glasses, and so that's why.
I flipped this one. I got $500K in a day. You could do it.
We're at this place, and me and Ludwig immediately realized that getting a tailored suit with this guy is a much more involved process than showing up, getting measurements, and then like getting it same day. It's like it is super in depth, and this takes like several fittings.
You guys were there for like 4 hours.
I know. We were with this guy for ages, and he's explaining like the history of the company, how they make these products, and it's all honestly like kind of beautiful, like the way he describes it all. It brings like an elegance to the whole process, like having him explain it. His name
Like
was-
a passionate little Italian man. How
yeah.
tiny was he?
he was kind of
He's
short.
like a tiny
Ezio,
little baby
and,
man.
and his
His
son
name was
his
Ezio.
son was a
I
fan,
hate that
right?
he fit this
Hey,
stereotype.
Ezio's son was a fan,
He
a
was a
Ludwig
Ludbud.
fan.
No.
Yes, we found this out like a day later.
Yeah.
Hey,
But at the
Stinky.
very
ah.
we're
Is
late.
that what he did?
Is that your Italian watching?
I
me?
didn't spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, that's fair.
it's a little rough.
Ezio's there. Yeah, we're there with him.
Yeah, and he wants to show us how they hand make all their shoes in like a shop that's like further down the street. Like once we're done, because we're like late to meet you guys at the Vatican or something, and so we go meet him. We come into this like really nice shoe shop. He's introducing us to the staff. We're going to the back. We see like the workbench with all the stages of like how they fit
It's
the
crazy.
shoe to each customer. It's so
How many
They-
people are in there?
There's
grinding?
probably
They
like
have-
6 people.
They're on lunch at that point, so not that many. But what they have is they have wooden shoes, like wooden feet. They have a mold of your foot in wood,
Wooden
and they
molded-
just keep it. And they have like 500 people's wooden feet.
Dude, I was saying that like this company, like all this, there's gonna be an Italian company releasing Ludwig fuck dolls.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
down.
it's like
Ezio's
cock
at the
molds.
wheel.
Yeah, Ezio's fuck doll emporium is gonna come out.
Hey, you
And-
want to fuck my dog at the best dog?
people are the raving reviews are gonna be like the anatomy's a little off, but the feet are fucking spot on.
My dolls, you fuck this doll. It feels so good.
You're doing like the Rutherford and
I
Rutherford.
can't. It's really hard. I
An
can't do
Italian
Italian.
Rutherford.
It feels just like a pussy.
And we're getting a tour of this beautiful shop. It is
Yeah.
so nice. And Ezio is like, this is where this happens. This is where this happens. And we're going through. And Ludwig in this Italian shoe shop, in his like Crocs, right, walking around. And he
He has
says,
my dad's
we're-
in jail
We're about to
t-shirt.
go upstairs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is bussin'." Like, we're just and
Dude, he
and
did
you
this the whole
continued to do this throughout
Shit
the
was
weekend.
bussin'.
Your new one. This is
No.
your new one, goatee throaty. Don't know where
That's
that.
great. That's great.
I love
So
Cody.
Ludwig came home, and I had been home already, and he said, "Oh, that's Liddy," and I
Oh,
literally
no.
I rolled my eyes and I sighed, and because he was like he was looking through packages, and I just kind of was silent, and he's like, "I try not to say that because I know you'll make fun of me, but now I just say bussin' a lot," and then I was like, "That's good. Say bussin'. That's funny."
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
actually
got one.
our
new
bug
it.
zapper got one.
Got one. Put on spreadsheet.
Goaty throaty bugs.
Put on the
That's-
spreadsheet.
That shit's that bug is bussin',
so
Well, not
loud.
anymore.
right?
Kind of on this note of like weird like atrioc-Ludwig-isms. I was so you know how like people will,
Wait, Atrioc, he's about to like fucking. Oh, I don't want to be too crass. He's about to have sex, and he's.
Yeah?
get there.
No.
He's about to
Come
have sex?
on.
No, you know what? Because I respect I respect him too much.
This is like when
Well, the game's not busting tonight, but you know, we can get a little goaty throaty. Little goat.
I'm a little tired, but you know I could do a little.
I would say a little mish. Do a little mish.
Want to do a little doggy poggy? A little doggy poggy sound?
That's a poggy doggy. What's he ride on the Atrioc train?
We are too close to his fiance to be fucking
That's a-
fun in this.
Anyway.
I can't.
Oh,
I
in my
can't-
mind, he's fucking Sans.
I can't.
Oh yeah. Oh
Anyway.
yeah, hey truck. Yeah, could you just milky wilky me?
now it's baby talk.
Yeah.
Dude.
Call me Mr. 2% H Rock, because you're milking my prostate.
Mr. 2% is really funny though. Call me Mr. 2%.
On that note, so we get a lot of fucking comments from the atrioc fandom that are like, when is atrioc, aka, and then all of his fucking nicknames. I have never once laughed at this fucking joke
No.
in my life.
Sarah's
are
been
funny.
funny the whole time.
Sarah,
I'm sorry,
and
I
you know
think
why?
Sarah is
Because
so
I
funny.
made that one.
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So anyway,
Straight from the
I've
source.
never found this
Farm
funny,
to table.
but for a reason, I don't even know if we can talk about why, but for a reason undisclosed, I had to read all of them. I had to go through them, and I
Yeah.
had to like get the best ones. And I was going through, and I laughed for the first time when I read Activision Blizzard. I laughed my fucking ass off. when I read that.
Yeah, I think COD memes to you are like how
Dude.
tiny cowboy hats are to me.
Dude, when I first saw Call of Garden Italian Warfare, I fucking laughed for like a week.
That's
straight.
what Nick wanted to name the last podcast episode.
I was like, fuck.
It was
the
a big
clickbait,
discussion.
Fuck the clickbait. Let's just do it. Let's just put it as.
And you know, we got a 1 to 10, and that feels
we
better
did get a
than-
1 to 10.
Yeah.
I
That
was
feels
in the
better.
car with Nick, and a song played, and I recognized it, and he's like, "Oh, you know, from the Call of Duty montage."
Yeah, dude, me and Love were driving yesterday, and a song comes on. He goes, "Damn, this song's old," and I'm like, "You remember it from COD montages?" It's like that is where I remember it from.
It-
And then I looked up the remix. That's like the one that was using COD montages. And
Uh-huh.
listen to that instead.
You guys pull over, start making out.
It's
like,
It
there's
is
a
our
real
one
bond.
connection.
Yeah.
We get a little goatee.
It's what
COD
ties us
Look at
montages
it.
together.
were
Wow.
such a good way to find music.
I'll say it. Face Fakey had game.
They were a good way to find Macklemore again.
I think I found Same Love on a fucking Swan Dives montage.
That's insane. One time I referenced Moosh and Twist, and Nick lit up.
Dude,
Dude,
I listened
looked
to
at
Moosh and
Anthony.
Twist.
I'll never forget this because it was like, it was like the time in high school when my Spanish teacher said, "You like Big L? Me too." I'm like, what? Like
Old people are cool.
I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm like, you know, Moosh and Twist, that's crazy.
You
like,
knowing Moosh and Twist is shocking.
because they
Yeah,
have
you-
like 2 songs that I would
Here's
ever
why.
consider
because
listening to
because
again.
my friend at the time was like he was like on an amateur team, like he was sick at COD,
Yeah.
and he like had a machinima thing, and he like used my computer for stuff because he didn't have one, and so I just kind of like I listened to the music he listened to, and now he's like he's got like a kid and he's racist, so it's like, you know, that's how it goes.
Damn, that's
But-
sick.
But by the way, speaking of
That is a true combo. By the way.
Why is the kid
phase-
racist?
oh no, he's racist. The
Oh.
kid is probably on the way,
Okay.
but
If you were good at COD and you lived in like the middle of America, you always became racist.
Yeah.
But if you're on the West Coast, you just like got like a G Fuel flavor.
What is it? Yeah, COD's terrible. That's the game where they had the N-word speed run.
no,
Yes.
It was this
that video is insane.
TikTok
it-
content creator. Is this black guy? He would go in and he'd be like, I don't know what he would say.
It's
So he would try to bait people to call him the N-word.
I think I think he would just say like, hey, I don't even know what exactly he would say.
What's up, guys?
Something
I'm a black
innocuous.
man.
he'd
It was
go
something
into the
more
lobby
innocuous.
and he'd be like, I'm going for a new strat this time. Like I'm reducing I'm going from the BLM
would
strat
say-
to cutting it
He
down
would
to
say, like,
just
Black
I'm
Lives
black.
Matter.
And then
Oh
he
my
would go into the
God.
lobby, boot up the timer, and then he says like I'm black, and then somebody just says the N-word.
Wait, this is a TikTok? So this is recent?
No, it's fake though. Like
Yeah.
it's like a bit. So
No,
like,
it's
people-
real.
No, it's
they're
it's
fake.
Dude,
Real?
he has
They're
like
fake.
20 of them. It's fake as fuck.
I can totally believe you can just farm 5 lobbies.
That speedrun format is like
Yeah.
repeated on YouTube.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over
yeah.
and it's fake.
Yeah, there's like Tinder speed runs. There's like, but that one, I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah.
about, and he's done it. It's definitely fake.
You think?
Yeah.
On
Oh.
the topic.
I love when Ludwig gets fooled.
On the topic.
I don't think it's fake.
In Italy, me and Aiden were in an insane Uber where
On the topic of racism.
Dude.
yes.
Okay.
Dude, this is actually insane. I've never encountered this in my life ever.
And
You
we
guys are
and
clickbaiting
we-
me before you're saying it.
yeah, he's even like,
yeah.
look at Aimen, look.
I put
No, but you need to
Look,
understand.
that's
this,
clickbait
you need to
face.
understand
I'm gonna do
how
my
shocking
Mr.
this
Bean.
was.
I put all of my friends in a racist Uber.
so how comfortable they would be.
So we get into an Uber, which in Rome there's a ton of Ubers. We didn't know, and when we found that out, we were like, "Oh shit, this is way easier." So we're taking Ubers everywhere, and we get into an Uber with this guy, and he's super nice immediately. He's like cracking
Yeah.
jokes. He's like he's
What's
like
he look like? Tell me what it looks like.
he's
He's bald.
No, he looks like he looks
was.
like. Have you seen The Boys?
Mhm.
Were you watching that with us?
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't watching.
He
it.
looks like the
The
French
bald-
guy.
Everyone
Oh,
calls me
yeah.
that
Oh,
guy.
he does.
He
Yeah,
looked like the French
did.
guy in the
Frenchie.
boys.
That's
Like
the-
almost
Frenchie.
1-to-1.
That's the number one person that people tell me on Twitter. Hey, you look like this guy.
You do look like him.
I kind of
What?
do, but
no, he
I
doesn't.
Yeah, he
I
does.
know I can buy it, and I'm allowed. It's me. I can say it.
You don't have the French nose though.
I had a big
So
schnoz.
we get in the Uber with the guy who looks like the guy from the boys, and he's cracking jokes. He's being super nice. It's like one of the first Ubers that like everyone in the car is talking to him or talking to the Uber driver, all like having a good time, and then we're going to a town called Trastevere. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but it's like kind of like where all the good food is, and like a lot of young people spend the time there, and so we're getting close. And he kind of out of nowhere, he goes like, yeah, that's where people drink, have a good time. Here's a couple bars that you guys should go to. But then he kind of like takes this weird turn. He goes, don't buy any drugs while you're here.
Yeah,
And
don't do any drugs in the area.
He goes, don't do any drugs in the area. And we're like, oh yeah, probably that's not really a problem here. And he goes like, yeah, keep the drugs off the streets here. He like kind of changes the phrasing up a little bit. He goes, keep the drugs out of the streets here. And we're like, not really a problem. Do you think we're gonna sell drugs? I'm kind of confused. Like what? angle
We
you're
are
coming at.
hungry, so it's like we're just.
And then out of nowhere, he drops the line. There are a lot of N-word men here who are selling drugs, so don't buy any of them.
Yeah, insane.
And hard R.
So me,
The hardest
dude,
R possible.
Me, Nick, and Zipper 2 all make simultaneous eye contact.
we
We're
all go,
like, dude, like just, but cutie somehow misses them.
She misses.
This is this because he says it with an accent, right? And to be fair, I kind of heard this as well. She heard the phrase "armed men."
Okay.
So she thought because like there are a lot of like
so she
there
goes,
are a lot of like
"Oh,
military
no."
officers around,
So
right?
she goes, "Oh,
so
interesting."
She just like continues
No.
the conversation without a beat,
Oh, no.
and we're like, me, Nick, and Lexi are like, and like maybe she's just trying to like get out of this weird spot and just make sure because we're almost at the destination. We're like literally 60 seconds away, and we all get out of the car and we're all like, dude, what the fuck? Because I have never heard someone say it like that ever in person.
Yeah.
And
It was fucking
and we're all talking about it,
crazy.
and Cutie's just like, what? He said that? and we're like, yes! Like he just said it like very
That is the cutie.
explicitly.
He said it like we were all fucking on the same page.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
that was
"Oh."
the bad part. It was like that that Bill Burr bit where he's talking about sitting in a bar with a guy who's like kind of like feeding you the like racist fishing line and he's just waiting to
Yeah.
queue up. Yeah. It was like that. Like he wanted us to be like, yeah,
Except
we
there
get
was
it. Like
except there was no fishing line.
Yeah, he thought you guys were like.
we didn't know we were fishing.
You're supposed to
he just-
work yourself there.
Yeah,
Like,
he
hey,
didn't work.
this whole vax thing's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, he didn't. He had no softballs.
Oh, dude, speaking of which, that happened this morning at the airport. I don't really want to explain my like an airport story because I don't think it's that interesting.
Yeah.
But one thing did happen while I was talking to like a help person, assistant sort of person with my COVID test, and she's like walking me through it. There's another American guy who's like waiting to basically do the same thing as me. And I'm like complaining to him because I got fucked over on some COVID test stuff while I was in the UK. And he's
Crazy
like,
to
and
be
he's
complaining
like,
to a stranger.
he's like pissed. He's like, yeah, they're good at taking.
Aiden leaned over and went, Mondays.
He spoke to me first. To be fair,
He's like, hey, my brother used to play Fortnite professionally.
he
You're
just
like
leans, he just leans
Garfield.
over and goes, yeah, so his tag was Adity.
and now he's actually immortal in Valorant. The guy was like, what? He was he's like basically complaining that like yeah they also like took his money for the test but he never got anything back either. And then he's like, unironically, he's like, this is why socialism doesn't work. It's not about tests, it's not about safety, it's about control. And I'm just like, yeah. Well, and then I was like, I do the light counter argument. I'm like, well, I was just in Sweden and Italy and it was like fine there. Like I think it's just the UK is kind of bad. Like, but he was doing the exact same thing. It's like the guy
Wait,
at
did
the
he have
football game with
Yeah.
you, right?
Did he have a British accent?
No, he was American.
Oh, he's American. Yeah.
Yeah.
he said that,
So I think it's just like there's always those little situations where somebody like finally tosses out the line and they just want you to hop on board, but you don't want to like get in a fight with them and you just want to exit the conversation.
Dude, I got trapped in on the plane to Indiana when I went to Full Bloom. The last Full Bloom that was, I went like I took a flight alone, and I was with this guy. I sat down, and he starts talking to me immediately, and I'm like, God damn it, fuck, shit, God damn it.
That's Aiden's dream.
And he's like, yeah, right?
Come
And he's
on.
like this older guy, and he's like, because he's like, hey, please turn off your device, put it in airplane mode. He's like, you don't really have to do that. I was in the Navy. Like, I know how electronics work. And I was just like, that's crazy. And he just starts talking.
I saw the episode of Mythbusters.
He's like, yeah, I was in the Navy for years. Like, it's fine. It doesn't interfere with the plane. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. And so and then the second thing he says, he's like, yeah, but it's like a regulations thing. And I'm like, yeah, well, regulations are good. And then he's like, yeah, but people like AOC keep pushing them. It was like your guys' Uber guy, but like without the N-word. He just went from 0 to 60, and he's like, all right, let's talk about it. I literally spent the whole plane ride talking to this guy, just trying to understand him, and it was insane. He just kept like arguing me. He's like, you know who was a fascist? And I'm like, no. He's like, Mussolini. And I'm like, all right. He's like, you know what else he was? A socialist. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I don't know, dude. It was crazy.
Ain't that one of the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, with the staff. But it was so funny because I just kept like probing him and kind of like trolling him. And but I got him to admit, I was like, here's the thing. I just think that if you get sick, you should be able to go to the hospital and not be in debt for thousands of dollars. And he's like, yeah, but the system doesn't work that way. I'm like, but what if you didn't have to go in debt? And he's like, yeah, okay, that would be pretty good. And I felt so accomplished at this fucking weird guy. And then I got off the plane, and I will never see him again.
Yeah.
He's probably dead.
I mean, that happened with our Uber driver. Remember when we went to
Not a lot of evidence for
the
that.
Logan Paul fight? And we had that Uber driver he would just say weird shit like, Michael Jackson wasn't gay. Like,
That was crazy.
Yeah.
He was because he was talking about Lil Nas X.
yeah,
and
he's like, he's not gay. He's pretending
He's
to
pretending
be
to be
for,
gay.
for views. I know he comes through in this area a lot.
yeah, and he's like, Michael Jackson was the same. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, I don't think that people thought
But
Michael
Michael
Jackson was
was
gay.
not that.
Yeah. And so it's like we're sitting in the Uber and it's like this guy controls my life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all you can say to an Uber.
Yeah, I know, because he says you don't want to get on a fight with the guy at the
No.
wheel,
Dude,
right?
the Uber. So like that story that story I told where like Ludwig fucking fucked me at the Bellagio fountain. So the Uber,
Oh, yeah.
the Uber I took to leave that, the guy was like, so I have all my camera gear with me, and I'm in that Uber, and this guy's like, oh, so what are you doing down here with a camera? And I'm like, I don't want to explain the whole story of what just happened, so I'm like, oh, I'm doing a shoot here, and he goes, oh, you shooting girls?
I was gonna make a joke that he was gonna say that,
And I'm like,
I can't believe he
I'm
actually
like,
said
oh no, actually, I'm just like, it's like a thing for like,
hey,
this
you
event.
shooting minge or what?
And then he goes, yeah, man, you're shooting girls. And I'm like, no, I'm just shooting my friends. The whole thing, event thing. I'm like, it's Smash. I'm trying to explain. And he goes,
Hey, you shooting some gash,
he goes,
partner?
there's a lot of girls out here though. And I'm like, what are
Gash
you
is
doing?
So crass.
Yeah, Gash is very crash. Dude, but like that, they could just go like, damn, are there girls? He's like turning left. Are there girls? There's girls though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the fountain.
Say there's girls or you
Yeah.
die.
So I'm like, all you can really expect, dude, and like I feel so terrible for like women who are in Ubers and like they have like a guy who's like being weird or creepy. That's like an entirely different thing.
I think I'm pulled back into that reality on occasion by specifically older men, and like this happened on my Uber home today. We were honestly having a great conversation like almost the whole way through, and then we get around to like just traveling. He was from the Middle East, and he was talking about traveling to like different parts of the Middle East, and I was saying like, oh, the only part I've been to is the UAE, and he's like, oh, you go there, man? You're a nice young 24-year-old man. You'll have like it's basically describing about like how I'll have loads of women and how
Yeah.
he doesn't get that at his age
Dude,
anymore.
like European
and I'm just like,
boomers.
I'm not traveling.
he's
That's
he's like polishing a gun.
kind of more.
He's
I'm
like
more of a sightseeing guy. Like I don't know. It's weird how people approach that conversation.
Yeah, it's a trend I feel with like European older men where they're just like, yeah, it's about you gotta get. Dude, my dad, he was like. I told him I was going to Italy. He's like, you got to get with a nice Italian girl. You got to find an Italian girl, like a pretty Italian girl. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're weird.
Go be a hound.
Yeah. Be a hound like your dad.
Oh yeah, bleep those for
Yeah, you gotta
YouTube.
bleep it.
Unfortunate. So something that kind of off topic, unless you want to add to that. But
Yo, I do. One time, we were because Toph was here, and we were talking about D1, and I remember I was like, we were talking about how he kind of was like back then and stuff, and how I always like thought he was a fucking weirdo, and he always there was this time and that he like cornered me at Hugo's party drunk, and he was just crying, and he literally was just crying and was like, you didn't invite me to Ultimate Summit 1, and it just like, it crushed me, bro. And I'm like trying to have a conversation with a friend, and it was like the most awkward shit of my life. And like my experiences with him were always like peppered with like weird shit like that. But it made me remember when I was talking to Toph, he did this thing once. It was at a tournament. I forget where. It was one of like the Champ venue, like that hotel. And I walked by him, and he always like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, we're going to a party later. You want to come? And I'm like, no, I don't like parties. He's like, a lot of girls there, a lot of IG models. You see a lot of IG models.
looking back, that's so haunting now.
Yeah, dude.
To hear that conversation has happened.
And I was just like, I already said no, and that's just weird.
Dude, the party that you're referencing where he like cried to you,
dude,
it was probably the most
bro.
cursed
yeah.
party
because
of
we
all
were talking
time.
to Toph
Wait, what was
about
the
all
party?
that shit.
It
It was
was-
like Hugo's birthday party.
It was like I think it was like a
Dude,
coming home
I have
party.
heard-
or something.
Yeah,
No, I think it was
it's
birthday
his
party.
return to LA.
I have heard so many stories about this party, and I was supposed to
I
fly
think-
down that weekend.
I
to
think
go
it
to
was literally only cursed for us. So this party was particularly fucking cursed because I won't name who, but an unnamed smasher rolls up to a setup that me and Dunk are on, and me and Dunk are having a grand old time playing Melee together. And unnamed smasher comes up and starts playing with us, and is like kind of silently rotating characters and not winning any games, and like can't tell if they're salty or just like being weird or what's going on really. But
I wasn't salty.
they're too good to be losing to either of us.
Mhm.
On comes this person's significant other. So this person's significant other rolls up to the setup, says, "Can I play?" And me and Dunk, being normal human beings, go, "Yeah, absolutely, you can play. We'll play doubles. Me and Dunk will team." The smasher says, "No, you can't play here." And me and Dunk look at each other
And they're
like
dating each other.
they're
Yeah.
dating.
Oh.
Me and Dunk look at each other, kind of like, "Is he kidding?" And then she's like, "What?" And we're like, "Come on, like, let her play." And he just doesn't say anything. So then she sits down. She's like having a grand time, picks up a controller, and she she's not very good at Smash, really. We don't care. And as the game starts, an unnamed smasher immediately starts fighting her on his own team and taking all of her stocks.
In doubles and melee, friendly fire is on.
Friendly fire is
So
on.
you have to be careful.
You can hit your teammate. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to hit the other
That's
team.
actually a sick way to fight in a relationship.
Dude,
Is
So,
in video
it's the
games.
most toxic shit.
Like, let's
dude.
queue up ranked Valorant and let me take your MMR.
It's
Yeah.
so much more passive.
Yeah,
Prove
you
how
just
much I'm
feed-
mad at you.
This smasher starts taking his SO's stocks immediately until she has none left. And me and Dunk are like, and he starts fighting the two of us just 1v2.
Yeah,
We win.
just to stall out.
Just so because he would rather play alone.
Yeah,
It's more fun for him for some reason. So we do that, and then we play another game. He does it again, and then he does it for a third time, and then she just gets up and leaves. And I'll never forget it.
Dude,
He was smiling like the Joker.
dude,
dude,
it was
I
fucking
could tell
crazy.
18 stories about this couple. I won't because then they're just going to be identified. But they are a nightmare couple.
Dude,
I will
Word.
it was crazy.
transition it to a nightmare couple. I've never talked about this to any of you guys, but I lived with a couple in my sophomore year of college. So it was me and my best friend Josh from Arizona, and then this couple, and they started out super sweet. They're like, "Hey, yeah, you guys can use your stuff," because they had like a bunch of shit already because their parents were loaded. And I was like, "Yeah, tight." And slowly, I think it was like just the girl kept getting mad at us and would, I think, talk to her boyfriend, and they would set more and more strict rules. Like they put a line on the Beretta, like with a Sharpie, and they say you have to fill to this point.
I like you say Beretta, like Beretta,
Yeah.
like a gun.
Yeah. You have to set it to this point. And it escalated until you guys have never seen me like this. I had a yelling match at them with the guy. Almost fought the guy.
Really?
I've never seen you like this.
I guess.
I've seen you
Have we
like
talked
this.
about that? When is this the only one? Have you only once though, right?
Well,
Well, we're talking
How-
Mario Party, or we're
I'm talking Mario Party. I've seen you yelling and fighting before.
I don't remember this.
Wait, you're talking about you don't remember
No, Mario Party. I'm so drunk.
being an insane Mario Party menace?
Yeah.
Insane.
Dude,
I've washed this from my memory.
Dude,
Explain this
like
to me.
this is where the yard, like we talked about it, the yard
Yeah.
came from Ludwig being a fucking insane menace.
Uh-huh.
And just challenging Ben to fights, who also would challenge him. They're like this insane, like unstoppable chaos ball, where it's just like, hey, fuck you, like fuck you, Ben.
Dude, I'll never
and then
forget.
you'll just like get him.
Dude, if you
Dude.
go on YouTube and you type in "See Us Go," not "CS:GO," "See Us Go," I think it's 2. There's a video in the very beginning. I think it's the second one. There's a video in the very beginning, and it's Ludwig choking out our friend Ben.
Is that the one where I'm filming?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that was my old setup. I'm in like the common area.
so this is when Slime's whole life was in my living room of the home I lived in, and he had this clothing rack that was down there.
Yeah.
And he was begging them to like get away from the clothing rack because they were fighting. Ludwig has his dear friend in a fucking deathly chokehold.
And Ben is wearing sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
It's nighttime.
And our friend Miles is throwing, I'll never forget, these caveman punches.
Oh,
He was
dude.
throwing punches like this
Yeah. It was like,
at Ludwig's
he was like
abdomen.
Afro
audio
Thunder.
listeners, Nick is kind of like clotheslining.
Yeah, I'm kind of like throwing a very wide hook shot from to the kidneys, and they ended up falling on Slime's fucking clothing. The one thing he's like begging them to stay away from, they fall on it and break it.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just like, oh, he's gonna be so mad. I look
so
over at him
sad.
and he is so mad.
No, but I recorded it.
Yes.
So I'm literally in the shot doing the peace sign, and it's behind me.
but
and
I don't think they broke it on camera.
they definitely fall on
we
it.
definitely broke that shit, and you were so
I was
sad.
upset. Yeah.
Because your whole
But I
life
did-
was that
It
clothing.
was like in that clothes rack.
You were
Yeah.
so poor.
It was the
Without it,
closet
his-
upstairs.
Without it, his things exist nowhere.
Yeah.
I remember after meeting Slime, after like a year, I had thought to myself that I had made your life remarkably worse. Because like when I had met you, you had that like full-time job. You're like, yeah,
Yeah, I
got,
wore a
like,
tie to work.
You had like a good amount in savings. Like
Yeah.
you had your shit together. And then I think it was me. Like I kind of inspired you to gamble a bit because I was really into gambling.
Yeah.
And then you went down a fucking hole.
Yeah.
And you lost a lot gambling.
Yeah.
You lost
You
so
ga-
much
You
that
gave him an arc though.
yeah. Well, it got better, but there was a bottom, and I remember he lost so much gambling. He's like, yeah, I got like 1,000 maybe. And I remember
Like
we
left.
sat at
Yeah.
the casino in Vegas, and you're like, don't tell anyone this, but I'm going to leak it now. You're like, don't tell anyone this. But over the past year, I've lost like 15K gambling.
It was 20K.
20K?
Yeah, you don't remember.
Yeah. You're like,
I remember that. We were in the like the
It was
the
the Paris.
New York.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
20
Paris.
20K at the time.
It was
That's your
literally
whole
his whole
shit.
savings, and
That's your
and
whole shit.
And I that thought for like the next month, I was like, man, I ruined this guy's life.
Really? You thought that?
If
You
I
felt some sort of remorse at all about
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I felt terrible, and I was like, and that's what inspired me to become successful on YouTube.
To bail him out.
Dude,
No,
I've-
it's not
I've-
true,
The
but-
only payback is you just saying that me doing bad melee inspired you to become Ludwig Anders.
yeah.
Which say it again.
Well,
I've never told you this, but there was a time in my life where I thought I had the potential to maybe ruin your life, and I didn't know what to do. And this is what happened. So you obviously remember this because it was a Claremont weekly Smash tournament, where on the way there you got in a car accident.
Yeah. I got rear-ended in the first like car dealership car I've ever got. It was
But it
a
was like
used-
going like
used-
60 or something, right?
Yeah,
Like-
it was
like,
a used Toyota, and I got fucking rear-ended, and I got whiplash, and I was totally not at fault, but I didn't have gap insurance. It sucked.
So at the time, I'm still in the zone where I'm pretty sure Anthony doesn't like me, and but I consider us like friends / acquaintances. Like we will talk if he is there.
you're smashers.
And he comes over to like my house all the time for the weekly tournament that we throw at our place. And so Anthony, I think he messages us or I somehow find out that he's been in a car accident.
Yeah.
Like, I assure that he's okay.
I think I told Video Waffles. I was like,
I think you told V Money or Viddy. I can't remember
Yeah.
who. But either way, you still show up to the local and enter.
I had no, yeah.
And I
Hey,
was
and that's
you're
grind
Miles
set.
Teller in Whiplash,
Dude, that's grind set.
getting destroyed at
And-
the intersection and still rolling up bloody to the local.
I-
If you ever think that I wasn't fucking about it, just this is true. This happened.
And I remember, so at this local, it was at the campus, but you had to be let in because the doors lock from the outside. So I went down to let Anthony into the building, and I went down and I was just like, "Dude, are you okay?" And you were like very shook up, but you were like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I was like, "This guy seems like he was just in a car accident." Like, you can kind of tell from your emotions that like you were shaken up despite like saying you were fine.
The
By the-
adrenaline of a car accident is nuts.
I was so I don't think there are 2 times I've been that angry in my life. That happened, and then when you slapped me on the back when we played Mario Party.
That's crazy.
and I
that
wanted
those
to
are
fight
equivalent.
you. Yeah.
I
was-
guess that's how strong I am. I am equivalent to you getting in a car.
You're
wreck.
like getting rear-ended by a
God.
car.
Me and Lodo
My
are on the
slaps,
same
bro?
team in Mario Party. He slaps my back. We're like down 5 stars on turn 5, and he slaps my back, and I'm so mad we're losing.
slaps in an encouraging way.
Yeah,
because
we're
won
shirtless
a game.
too. We're skins.
And I guess my slap goes 0 to 60.
It hurt so bad, and I was like, "Don't you fucking ever hit me like that ever!" And I was like ready to go outside,
Yeah.
and you were like, I explained this a lot, but you were like, "Hey, relax, kiddo." Like,
You be pulling this pod in a wheelchair,
He'd
bro.
hate.
but I was ready to die.
Atrioc at the crap
Oh
table.
my god.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, I know.
But I was ready to die that day
Yeah.
when you slapped me. I was like, I know he could break me in half. I don't care. I want a chance. And anyway, I get in that crash, by the way, and I get rear-ended, and I'm just like so fucking pissed off. And I was in the left lane, but not the HOV. And the car ahead of me, I got pushed forward, but it didn't hit the car ahead of me, which was cool because we were all stopped because of traffic. This guy just wasn't paying attention. Slams into me, and it shut down the entire 210. Like, if you're ever in an act like on the road and you're just like, wow, this fucking sucks, it's taking forever, I was the reason for that. Well, that guy was. And they like had to scoot my car off of the road with a cop car.
Your car
Oh
got
my
fucked
God.
up.
It was totaled. It was fucked up, but I went to the local. Gang shit.
Still gamed.
That is
So Slime,
pretty gang.
so Slime and I climbed the stairs to go to where the local's being held, for me to find that I play him. I am the next match in bracket is me versus him. What Slime does not know is that I have just before finding out that all this has happened, I have just made a bet with our friend Video Waffles that I can make top 3 at this tournament playing only Ness. And so I'm in a position
Ooh.
where Slime has just gotten into a car wreck. He is shaken up. His mental's low. He's not going to be playing at peak. And I have committed to playing a low tier.
A
Ooh.
bottom 3 character in the game.
Yeah,
which is,
for the layman, this character is garbage.
And at the time, there was lore of like my Ness versus Anthony because I pulled out Ness in a crew battle once and won that
Oh,
game
that's
versus
right.
him.
Yeah.
So there was like history of that character and him, and I had to
play
make this.
Falco, bro.
I had to
Anyone
make-
kill Falco.
I had to make this decision. I was like, can I? Will I fucking completely
Don't
ruin?
tell me you did it.
And I played Ness.
That's right.
You're a psychopath.
That's right.
Nick is actually. I hope you guys never have to
I
experience
played
playing
Dude,
melee against Nick.
It's yeah.
Nick is the biggest piece of shit on the Melee 6 because he has this like weird pride with his Ness and will like.
No one
force
wants to
you
play your
sit
Ness.
You,
No one ever wants to sit down and be like, yeah, Ness, that's who I want to
Look,
play against
He'll
now.
sit you down and be like, you have to play it, and then like if you win, he'll be like, whatever, it's a Ness. And if he wins, he's like, oh my god,
I call.
oh my
I
god.
call it the Ringler effect.
It's low tier option select. It's old as
Yeah.
time. Wait, did you win? I forget.
I did.
You
yeah.
did?
Yeah. Well, you were
I
so.
thought I
you were,
won.
No, I won. No, you.
I went Falcon. I remember that.
I think the one that you won was at the Yes. where I played
Dude,
Ness.
yeah, that is true. Man, I should have just killed myself right there.
I was worried that might happen.
But
and-
you still did it. So
Yeah.
you weren't worried.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
sound
didn't
like you were
care.
worried.
He was a little.
What if I
worried.
went and did it,
I'm
bro?
sure he was worried.
It was the worst day of my life,
Imagine-
and my mom died once.
Suicide note says okay.
Well, that part's not my fault. But
Okay.
Imagine though. Imagine.
Yeah, that was insane that you did. You know what else happened at
Show
the
up to your
tournament?
funeral in the striped shirt.
Who was the guy that was like?
you got the fucking wheeler.
You know what's funny? I think I lost to you in winners, and I played that guy, and he said, "Dude, I think I was already pissed that I lost to you, and then I was pissed that I got in a car accident, and my whole like mind is just rattled because I literally rode the tow truck. I rode the tow truck and then got an Uber to the tournament and got there in time. That's what I did.
That's crazy.
And so and I'm
Not
playing.
worth.
And what did he do? He did something during like stage striking where he did something that was like out of line. Like he did it in the wrong order. And I said, that's not how that goes. I ban this or something like that. And he got really scared because I was being really fucking aggressive toward him. He's like, I don't like the way you're talking to me right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I was in a car accident. And I apologize that we played
Sorry, I just had a horrible accident, and I was hit by a car earlier.
and then we played it. It was fine. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
that guy once in my own home told me to get up and shut the front door. Like the front door of our house was open, and he was like, "Go close that."
That's some shit Aiden would do.
And I was like, I looked at him and I said, "You just tell me to go shut my own door?" I was so confused.
What is that?
Dude.
What was that stray bullet, dude?
Got him, coach.
He's still reeling from the car accident. Don't be mean.
Yeah, that's for falling asleep during the fucking premium decom.
Oh my god!
Hey, you know what happened? They were
of
doing.
course I know.
Yeah, they were.
It happened twice.
You fell asleep during the.
No, it happened.
Lizzy.
No. Okay, so he fell asleep during it once, but then he didn't do the show the next night for being tired.
Okay, to be clear, he was at like a Michelin guide restaurant, all right, and he was falling asleep at the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're on his team.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
the
dude, so
stars were
Aiden-
all aligned.
He wasn't just falling asleep. He was off a few wines.
Huh?
And
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Ludwig kept
Spain.
leaning over to me. It was actually really funny. Ludwig kept leaning over to me and going like this with his eyes, like point over Aiden with his eyes. I'd look over and Aiden's like literally like this. He's like,
Eyes closed. Yeah.
And he
Like
goes-
an airplane
and-
seat.
and he'd look at me and go, "He's not watching Lizzy."
Wait,
He just keeps saying it.
for
I'm like, bro,
context,
he's watching Lizzy.
This is our Patreon, our second tier. We have two shows. One's an advice show with Nick and Aiden, and the other is a watch along with Disney Channel original movies. I wasn't there, so it's going to be Nick and Aiden watching along. You can watch along at home, and then basically that's that. And what happened is that Aiden fell asleep during the recording of that, which I was chastising him for earlier because I'm
Which,
like,
dude,
you always
was for
finish
the
the
best.
job.
Dude, I was fighting for my goddamn life because I had an allergic reaction at the dinner that we were at the night before. So I took the night of. So I took a Benadryl, and Benadryl, like my body, like Benadryl makes you drowsy, but
Yeah.
my body, it knocks me out. Like when I take a Benadryl, it's like 12 melatonin for me. So I take a Benadryl knowing damn well I'm gonna be fighting for my fucking goddamn life during this decom, but I'm getting through it. So I'm on the couch, and the Benadryl starts hitting a little bit earlier than I thought it would, and I'm sitting there, and I'm still cracking jokes. I'm still making it fucking happen. I get to a point where I have made like 10 jokes with no input from Aiden,
I was there for the first 20.
and
That's
and I'm
dude,
so mad because I'm like, damn, I guess Slime's just better at this. And then I look over, and I'm like, and he's just fucking out, and I'm like,
how dare you?
all right, if he's asleep,
I chastised him for this, and then he's like, "Yeah, I fell asleep on Melee commentary once," and I'm
Which
like,
is
"Okay, well, you're
crazy.
just you just don't
What?
respect the game."
Hey, wouldn't have happened if you didn't leave.
That's true. I did go home early.
I
That's
will
true.
say the only I'm not mad at you leaving early. The one thing that I found out that I think you're a psychopath for is we had like a shit ton of suitcases
Oh,
for the
yeah.
yard equipment.
Yeah.
And then also we bought things there, and then also it was like 8 people's things that we had to bring back. So like everyone had like doubled up
And
suitcases.
you left stuff.
And and
Yeah.
Slime was coming back, and he came with one suitcase, and it was like the Pelican where we keep all the equipment. And then on the way back, he's like, "I'm not taking this. I'm using my
I didn't
one
say
time."
it like that.
Look,
I
look,
didn't say
I'm gonna-
I'm
I'm gonna
just
defend
taking
him.
it.
In his defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defend him. He used his one time.
Yeah.
He
Which
said
doesn't exist for that.
He said, "I'm using my one." No, for me it does. He said, "I'm using my one time," and I said, "Damn, that's crazy," because you could have used it on something
No.
way more valuable.
Because I knew how inconsiderate it was being, and I'm like, listen, I just don't. I usually will break my back to not like be inconsiderate. That's the weird part. I'm prickly
the
old
problem-
slime, but like, so I was like, this is my one time.
I'm defending him here, but the problem where I stopped defending him is what he didn't take on top of the Pelican,
Mm,
Ludwig.
dude.
Let me read. Let me just read the message,
We-
and then we
no,
can tell the
I
story
wanna-
backwards. Let's tell the story backwards. I'm gonna read this message that Ludwig
It's like
sent
an
to me,
artful movie.
which is crazy. Yeah, this is the memento of being friends.
this is the part in Tenet
I
where
was so
they start
sad.
moving in reverse, and you're like, "Oh, I get it."
I rewatched
time
Tenet on the
movie.
plane.
He said, I'm not going to bring it, and you are on hood watch as a bad friend.
Okay, so telling this now backwards. Me, Ludwig, we had a whole fucking group.
Yeah.
Fucking Austin, whatever your name is, was there.
Yeah.
And we
Zipper two.
we see on the street that there is a chess store.
Which is crazy.
By the way, this happens to be very
There's
common
like
in Italy.
8 of them.
Every
there
single
was-
Airbnb that we found had a chessboard in it.
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of chess stores that like made custom chessboards.
No
and
Italians in the
pieces.
top 10, by the way.
Yeah,
They're
they,
super
they
into
also
chess.
don't know what the horse does. So there's no reason to have
The
that.
chessboard was set up wrong.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
The king is just like carbonara. So we walk in because we're like, oh, this is fucking dope, and we're like looking at all the boards, and we stumble upon this nasty little item, this little trinket, if you will, a doodad, and it's like these two skeletons. What are they doing? They're playing chess.
They're
Or
They're
playing
playing poker.
They're playing
Yeah,
poker. It's
it's
two
cool.
skeletons playing poker. And the first thing I said was, Anthony would really like that.
Yeah.
And then Ludwig looks at me and he's like, should I buy it for him? And I'm like, if you buy it for him, he will like it. And then he goes, okay, I'll buy it for him.
How much was it?
Well, actually, what I said is, if he doesn't like it, you have to pay for it.
Yeah. If he doesn't like it, you pay for it. I said, deal. I said, do you want to go halvesies
so
on
you
it?
made a gamble.
Yeah.
On my liking it.
Because I wanted to pay for half of it because like I wanted to like be a thing from us. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, you can
I
pay
think-
for it if he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I think it was like
okay.
60 euros, right?
It was 70 euros. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like $80. And then Anthony didn't take it with him when we flew home. He just left it in
I
the
showed it to
Airbnb.
Anthony. He was like, "Oh man, this is cool." He was really nice about it.
I liked
And then he disappeared, right? Because he went to go home. I didn't say goodbye to him because I think it was out when he left. And then I look, and it was still there.
Yeah.
And then I looked, 0 messages from him. And I reach out and I go, "You left it?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I couldn't fit it. Can you
I
bring
said
it?"
I didn't have space in my bag, and that the problem was that I didn't say to the group, "Hey, can someone take my skeleton statue?"
Yeah.
Because I literally have to. I bought a jacket. It's the only thing I bought there, and I was swapping out my inventory like fucking Minecraft.
Yeah.
I just couldn't fit it, and I didn't want to take it out and then like put it in there and like maybe it breaks because it's kind of fragile. So I just didn't bring it, and I didn't tell anyone to bring it. I was just gonna do that later because I was lazy to message,
Mhm.
which I'm sure is
Hey,
something
Hey,
you can.
I'm gonna give you a tip. It's better when you do message people.
And it's crazy that you say that because you also can't say shit about him treating his friends' gifts poorly. Because one
Dude.
time, back when we didn't have shit, I bought Ludwig a copy of
Back when we had nothing,
back when
Ludwig.
I
That's
bought-
so loud.
I bought Ludwig a copy of Mario Party when I went to Japan from a store. That was in the box,
He
a
got you
Nintendo
that?
64 game.
I put it in my special spot.
You're a
Yeah,
piece of shit.
his special spot, the fucking floor of his room under laundry, and he had stepped on it
Yeah.
within days of getting it.
Within days of getting it, and also for 8 months.
It
Shame on
just
you.
fucking stayed
That's
there.
where I put things that I like.
Either way,
And I can actually defend that because I constantly find his dead father's ring in the carpet of our home.
dude,
And I
day you're
love
gonna
that
lose it.
guy.
you
That
love
guy
that
was
guy.
sick.
You're
Yeah.
gonna lose your dead father's cool ring, and you're gonna be sad.
No, that's where I put my things.
Dude, you're insane.
Yeah, you
Why
are-
you
you are
like
insane.
that?
I don't. I have not lost something in a while.
Your mind, maybe?
Tell you what.
Wallet? You just...
I didn't lose it.
Did we tell them where you lost it?
No.
Yeah,
Did we te-
if DCOM listeners would know, because we found
if
out
you're
while
in the
watching it.
Patreon where our bonus content lives.
Yeah.
It's funny that DCOM episode came out, and like the first comment about the episode was, "There's no shot it was in his backpack." It
Yeah.
was
Well, tell the story. So I had come back from a trip. I forget where to. I think Boston.
Yeah.
And
Well, no, you did streamer stuff.
oh yeah, it was shit camp. And I didn't pack my stuff because we had to like get out of there. So Cutie just like grabbed all my shit and put it somewhere. And I was like, damn, because I had no idea where anything was. And there was a bunch of shit I had brought. And I couldn't find my wallet. And I was like, ah, shit. And I just took the L. And I was like, Slime, I lost my
Because
wallet.
you thought you lost it at a bar.
Yeah.
Like a Hollywood bar.
Yeah.
And then I tried calling that. You're like, I think I lost it here. You need to call them
Yeah.
and find out. I'm like, all right. And so I call. No one's picking up.
Yeah.
It's like they're open at night hours. I try calling night hours. They're not picking up. I tried 2 days in a row. I'm like, I'll just drive out there. Fuck it.
Drove to the
I'll
bar.
take a little trip.
Yeah.
I drove to the bar alone. I go to open this stupid fucking fridge door. There's so many people there. There's so many young people in the world.
Yeah, there are.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
It's a cool bar. It's like Good Time
I
at
know about
Davy Wayne's or something.
I go
and
there.
It's like a fake. bar.
And I ask if there's a wallet. They say no Meggies, and they say mommy, come me. And I was like, that's weird.
Which conversation's worse, mine and yours or theirs?
And so yeah, and it just wasn't there. So I'm like, well, you're a piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
So I cancel all the cards in there, like
Mhm.
all of his cards, his personal ones, his business ones, and then she finds it in your fucking
It's
backpack.
in my backpack.
What was so much funnier about this is that happening, and then you complaining about all your auto pay stuff canceling because he had to cancel your cards.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
taking
I was fine.
preventative
Actually, I'm
measures.
happy with it because I found out how much shit I'm paying for monthly that I should not be paying for. I was paying $30 a month for Motion Array.
What
Wow.
is
What is
What?
that?
Motion Array is
Yeah.
like a graphics package
it's like
downloading site.
Envato Elements. It's like one of those websites where like you buy like templates like to make like intros for
You
YouTube
pay for
videos and
that?
shit.
I used it to make the intro for LACS 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
I've been paying
God.
$30 a month for 2 years.
Wow.
And I didn't know. And it got canceled. And I was
Audio
like,
jungle.
good.
Yeah, this actually might
It's
have been
the
a
audio
blessing.
jungle of motion graphics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was paying for
One
like
of
2
them.
Hulu accounts.
Well, you know what you don't have to pay for?
What?
Coinbase.
That's true.
Sheesh,
Whoa!
man.
And for the first time ever, we have.
Bro, let me
Coinbase-
say it. Let me say it. We have a code.
Oh!
Oh, they're going to say the code.
Yeah, I thought you were saying
No,
the
use
code.
that part.
What's the code?
Code
Shaq,
is
Shaq and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe.
Coinbase.com/theyard.
Hey,
Clean.
Paisano.
All right. And if you use that code, you'll get $10 free in Bitcoin straight up. You just you got to make sure you use the code. So you have to go to that specific URL. So you have to go to coinbase.com/theyard. And you get $10 free in Bitcoin. You can start trading cryptocurrencies.
It only took 16 episodes, but we got the goddamn.
We got there 4 months later.
It's,
Cheesh,
our,
man.
it's our Sweet 16.
You know what I did
Yeah.
last night before I took my flight?
What?
Bought some Bitcoin on
Woo!
Coinbase.
What? You're a piece of Oh, are we done with? Sorry, it's just been a minute. Hold up. We're going to get to Aiden's a piece.
You have no
And
concept
that's-
of time.
I don't.
And that's Coinbase.
And that's Amore.
And Amore. to
Anyway,
you as
please
well.
check out
At
Coinbase.
home.
Please use the code if you guys are new to Coinbase.
Use the code
and,
Luca Brazzi.
and get involved.
Wait,
Use
Uh,
code Luca Brazzi gets
Our-
strangled in The Godfather for 15% or more on car insurance.
yeah.
Aiden cares more about material things than his friends.
That's true. I've always said that too.
We went
Are
to.
you talking about this after I just said
It's just that
I bought Bitcoin?
it's just that
Yeah.
I can
Which is
wear
not a
the
material
shirt
thing.
every day, and I don't like see
Your
you every
love
day.
isn't something I can touch.
And
so
before we reprimand me for
Sure.
the 100th time,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to read a 5-star review.
oh, more shilling?
Yeah.
This is Aiden's thing. Aiden
From-
likes the 5
I
star.
do like
From
that.
Jakers.
That's a
The
good
review
name, bro.
titled "This is a scam." 5 stars.
Hell yeah.
This podcast is some type of awful pyramid scheme aimed to take your money. I
Mhm.
should have guessed it considering the fact that Slime is bald, but I still got swindled.
Yep.
I repeat, this is a scam. The whole show is a terrible scam.
Yep.
And then he says coinbase.com/theyard.
Which
He
Nice,
says that.
Let's
man.
go.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's a Apple Podcast review, right?
That is.
Yeah, it's still listed the hosts as Aimen Raw. It's still on there.
Yeah, because I
That's
think they just
incredible.
pull it once. They
Yeah.
don't like re-pull.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's so
some
weird.
guy at Apple was just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And never looked at it again.
It would have been funny if your name was like Pussy Boy.
Yeah, or Homer Sibian.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
One more
Missed
plug.
opportunities. You're triple
Another
plugging.
plug?
No.
One more plug.
Hey,
No.
I
You
have
don't
some
get triple
spring
plug.
The
cleaning
master,
to do.
Your
the master
retention
says
is
One
no.
more
gone.
plug.
Unless
No,
that plug's
you
going
don't
in your
triple
ass,
retention.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
brother.
I want to see an
We
ass
already
plug.
talked about the
Take
Patreon.
the plug and shove it up your ass.
All right, let me.
Let me
And
me
speaking
actually
of Patreon, you're fucking okay. So
What?
everyone ended up
What?
staying an extra day.
What, dude?
Everyone
What,
ended up
dude?
staying. Well, I'm telling you what. Everyone ended
Don't
up
say what again.
Like,
I'm gonna
fucking
yeah.
wring
Say
your neck.
what again?
I'm
You're a
gonna wring your
Zoomer
neck
Stone
like
Cold
Homer
Steve
Sibian.
Austin.
say it again.
What?
That's a good bit.
Everyone ended up staying an extra day in Rome, obviously with the exception of Slime. He left early.
Fuck
You were in Rome. I was in Roma.
me. Fuck me.
We were
in
not the same.
Roma. And Aiden had a plan to go to the UK, and he was like,
Great
had his
plan.
flight for Thursday, and
Yeah.
he like only cost $80 on Air Sibian, whatever.
There's no seats. There's no seats.
Wow, there's one.
You know what we did find out?
And you stay
You know what we
secure,
did find
brother.
out is my flight was on like Italy's
There's no
national
Wi-Fi, only
airline,
Bluetooth.
and that was the last day of them like operating or something.
You would have been a scab if you took
yeah,
that flight.
We
You would have crossed the picket fence because they were rioting because they had to shut down their airline.
yeah.
Anyway, we were all staying an extra day. We're like, hey, man, stay. He looks up and he's like, dude, it's going to cost me like $400. And like, I also have to get like the COVID test and I planned that and that's 80 quid.
This is all true.
And he's
Although
like,
Ludwig is saying like $400, like we agree that it's not a lot of money. Like him, like we can.
well, no,
Yeah,
I
I
think
will
that's
say-
a lot of money. But right after that, We walk our asses in.
This is crazy.
To a
This is crazy.
Balenciaga, and he's like, "Oh."
By the way, let me set this up. This is after. Yeah, don't smoke weed, brother. This is after an entire week of Aiden's. I bought a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Aiden spent like $2,000 more than I did, and then he looked at me and he grabbed me.
Wait, more than you did?
Yes, and he grabbed me by the shoulders. He grabbed me by the shoulders and said, "I can't spend more money. I can't. He said, I can't do it. This is after this.
Yeah.
After he said all of this and did all these things.
Any store he walked into, Montclair, Balenciaga, the famous shoe store, he couldn't walk out without having something.
Dude, we're on the last day, and he looks at me and goes, "Yeah, can we walk down the street? There's like an $800 pair of sunglasses I was thinking about buying."
Did
And
you
I'm
buy
like,
them?
Those sunglasses
The
were cash.
only
They were
reason
cash.
he
Those
didn't buy them,
sunglasses are so cool.
the only reason he didn't buy them is because it was the opposite direction of dinner, and it would take us more time to go that way than go to dinner.
You're like a Warcraft AI.
I talked him
You
out
just
about
go
this.
where like the most need is.
I'm the
and you
reason he
walk.
didn't, because even I was like, he was looking at the sunglasses. The guy was like, "Oh, check these ones out," and he was like, "Oh, cool, wow, I like them a lot." And as he's looking at them, I look at the tag. I'm like, 800 fucking euros. I'm like, dude, that's like $900.
800 euros.
And then Aiden, I'm like, "Did you see the tag?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw it." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Didn't buy it.
But you didn't buy them.
Didn't
Is
buy
the
them.
Well, 'cause
moral of
no,
the story.
you didn't buy them because
Yeah.
I say, "How about we go to some other stores and then we'll come back. We can come back to this story." Aiden. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll come back."
And
he
then
gets
you
the guy's
hemmed it-
business card.
This is a lot coming from Mr. Yeah, just get business class. Just get
I mean,
business
he
class.
makes
I
a
didn't
lot
buy
more money.
a single
no,
luxury
no,
item.
no.
there.
He's telling me to get business class.
I don't see the value
Fucking-
in no Balenciaga Gucci head ass.
Okay, so you hemmed and hawed over $400 for what reason?
Like $500.
And you hemmed and
What was
hawed.
the end price after actually the new flight? It was like $250, right?
It ended up dropping
No,
randomly.
but that was only because it dropped.
Yeah.
See, we
It
are
was
the
like-
same because you didn't want to
We
hang out with your
coin
friends.
we coin flipped for it.
What we
He's the
did
same.
is I said, "Hey, rock paper scissors shoot. If I win, I pay. If you win, you pay." Something like that. So like either way, he had to stay.
Yeah,
Right.
but I won the coin flip, so he was gonna pay
paid.
for it. But then the flight, I don't know why, but the flight literally dropped by like 300 euros, which made it like a 100 flat.
Oh, geez.
So
Dude, I don't know
I
what's
was like,
going
I'll
on in the
just pay.
world right now, but like customs is a meme right now. Like all my
You
experiences.
don't know
with
what's going on in the
customs-
world?
Okay.
Oh, you don't know?
All right.
No, I
Apparently,
can tell you.
apparently, some people are sick right now.
Yeah.
I guess, but
It's just
Yeah.
a few, bro.
It's
They-
some
the
sort
same
of
thing-
disease.
The same
I
thing
think it's
happened
like
in the
it's
UK.
Cody's 19th birthday.
So far, the
Cody.
only people that have cared about COVID tests across all these trips are the people at British Airways at the check-in desk. Those are the only people that care. The UK customs agents didn't check. The US customs agents didn't check. The Italian ones didn't check. Swedish ones didn't check.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nobody
Aiden, at
checked.
the start of the pod, I don't want to talk about my airline story. Aiden,
No,
our end,
I'm just saying. It's crazy. It's crazy that all these documents and things are required to travel right now, and then you finally get to the place, and then the dude who has the responsibility of keeping his country safe is like, "Yeah, let me just stamp this."
Yeah, he just couldn't be fucked.
He just doesn't care. I can't believe he didn't look me in the eye. He didn't even look at me. I'm still
Yeah.
thinking
It's
about it.
because you were wearing that fucking sweater on
I
the way
didn't-
back.
Come on, I did not have it on. This was on the way into Italy.
Why not? Why didn't you wear it on the way back? Are you
This?
ashamed?
Oh, because it's embarrassing. It says Fortnite.
By the way, I have an announcement.
Oh.
I told Nick this because I had to tell somebody.
Tell him.
I was goosing, if as one would
Right?
say.
Oh my god, I forgot.
So we keep bringing up the Patreon inadvertently, but the bonus episode, I was absent during the first 3 minutes or so because I was taking a poop. And
In the Italian toilet,
in the Italian
which aren't built to handle American dubs.
That's right, in the Italian villa. And something funny about this poop, I ended up clogging the toilet raw, no paper, right? Champion shit.
Yeah.
But I took a picture of it before I had known that I clogged it
Dude.
because I thought it was admirable. I was proud of the poop I took. I wanted to show you guys.
Don't shake your head like you didn't also clog a toilet on that trip.
I would actually love to sell that shit after.
And so
And by the way, as a feature length shitter, it was nothing to take a picture.
well,
of,
yeah,
I'll say
you're
that much.
Mango and I'm Flash. What can I say? I'm on my way.
You're on your way up.
I'm
It
on
made
my
me
way up.
gag.
And so
It was gross.
and so but what I did, and I had this funny idea. So I minted my first NFT.
What?
Yeah, I minted the NFT of my poop.
Of his shit.
How
The
did you
picture.
Did you like have to like
I
study
found out how to
do
do
this?
it. You got to go on like
Is
a
it
website.
you
on
can-
yeah.
OpenSea?
And so yes, it's on OpenSea.
Oh,
And
my
it's-
how much
Plugging
is
your
it?
shit.
I'm not plugging it. It's not for sale. You can bid on it, but I'm not.
You're never gonna sell it?
I don't know. I have a 20% royalty stake, and I'm finally in the NFT market.
What's the floor?
Dude, this is the greatest bit of all time.
What's the
maybe.
floor?
I sent it. It's confirmed. It's real. I
It's
sent it
real.
to you.
It's
Is it
real.
is
This
it a
is-
1 ETH floor?
There's no floor. It's just there's no.
It's a-
I don't
it's a-
know.
It's a bid.
It's a bid.
There's no floor.
Like you can bid on it, but it says not for sale, and it's on OpenSea, and it's a picture of my shit, and it says my shit, and then it says a shit I took in Italy
Dude,
that clogged the toilet, no
imagine
paper.
RateMyPoop.com had this feature back in the day.
Dude.
That would've
This is
changed
my-
the game.
Do you
maybe
get
this is my
wait, you only
first
get
NFT
20%?
So you can pick like the royalty amount that you earn every time it's sold, and I selected 20%.
That's high.
There's a
Right.
there's
Every
a
time
timeline
it's
here.
sold?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
so
a
like every
timeline
time
here.
someone buys it, he'll get 20%.
Right.
You can
Yeah.
buy it more than once? That's
Yeah,
the
every
whole
time
point.
it changes
Every time
hands.
it passes
I
hands, he
buy
gets
it,
Oh,
and then Aiden buys it for
It
more.
cost me like
I thought-
$80
buy off another
to
person.
FaZe
make.
Banks is gonna buy your shit.
That'd be cool. The thing is, I don't like NFT. I don't like the environmental thing, so
Uh-huh.
it's mostly a meme. I do not
Dude.
want to make money, but I thought it was really funny just to send to Nick, like, "Hey, look,
Your
at this."
shit's worse for the
Banks is
environment.
watching this right now because he watches our podcast every week. He's like, bro, they're capping right now, but bro, this one, they don't understand. This one's gonna go up. I'm gonna buy this shit because their fans are
can
gonna
flip.
fuck it.
You can
This
flip.
shit's gonna go up, bro.
Dude, that's crazy. I also clogged a toilet in Italy.
Well, did you?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, it was kind of
And Ludwig did the most Ludwig possible thing.
But
Okay,
by the way, real
all right.
quick, to get rid of that, there was an Airbnb that
Oh,
we
yeah.
only had for one day
Oh yeah.
because we shot the
Poor
podcast there,
sweet
and I was
Anna.
like, and I was gonna leave it, and I was like, yeah, that's just the
That was
cost
the
of doing
most
business,
psycho-
brother.
that
Psychopath
woman,
thing.
by the way, that woman asked what we were doing after, and I sent her the podcast episode.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, good thing she's not a fucking patron. 'cause- but so, and I was like, yeah, it's just the cost of doing business. And I told you guys that. You all scolded me, and I felt bad. I'm
Because
like,
like a 55-year-old woman, you're gonna
Dude,
leave her a big
even if it
shit.
there was no plunger.
She was
They
a
don't
sweet
plunger in
lady.
the bathroom. I would have
You
taken
could
care of it
ask her
myself.
for a plunger.
But I wasn't there, so I was like,
No,
whatever.
you
And then
did
you guys
what you had
scolded
to
me,
do.
and so I was like, fine. So I went and found a ballpoint pen, and I went and broke up my shit like a scientist.
This is like
Not like a scientist. This is not like a scientist.
this is the most like depraved Bic ad you've ever seen. Like
Yeah,
using it
I had to like
fucking
chisel
spear-
it like ice, and I broke it up, and it finally flushed, and I was like, "Hey, let's go!" And the Final Fantasy
Dude,
theme played,
Dude, the jigsaw fart puzzle voice comes back on.
but it's her. She's the one who's in the
You've
puzzle.
been giving people shit all year. Now it's time for you to give shit.
Shit.
Anyway, you clogged a toilet.
Yeah, well, I also took a big shit in Italy. I don't know, some with the wine. And then
Spreadsheet.
they didn't have a plunger. All they had was the like the brushy thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm like,
bro.
I
All they
don't
have
wanna-
is a phone number for a guy named Mario.
I can't use the brushy thing. I want like a plunger. And so I'm at this like fancy hotel. It's like a 5-star hotel Austin recommended. So I call housekeeping. And I'm like, yo, I took a big shit. Can I get a plunger?
I took a big poop.
And you know me, I said it exactly
Why is
like
he
that.
Italian?
I said it exactly like that. And they were like,
trying to connect to their culture.
yeah, they're like, oh, we don't understand. I was like, oh, sorry, I took a big poopy.
I took a big poopy.
And they're like, oh yeah, okay, one second, sir. Hang up. Concierge calls me. They go, I heard.
Her, what happened, blood?
Yeah, they say that, and I'm like,
What's the
and
situation?
I'm like, I'm
What
not trying to
happened?
mince words here. Yeah, I clogged the toilet. I did that. That was me. And they go, okay, we'll send someone up right away.
Was there paper or no?
What do you mean?
Did you try to get it down there before you started wiping?
No, there was paper in there too,
Okay.
but you could see this shit.
Bad strat.
And
Terrible
so then,
strat.
guy comes, and it's just like a man's, and he's like there at the door, and he's like super Italian, no English with this dude, and I'm like, do you have
Oh.
the plunger? And he's like, oh no, I go, and I'm like, all right, cool, you'll do it, that's fine. He walks in, doesn't whip out a plunger, just uses the brush and jams it down,
Breaks it up.
flushes, and I'm like, what?
We call that the Italian method.
That was I could have done
The
that.
Italian job too.
The
I
Italian job, and it's just like a close up of a Bic pen.
The
And that's the
Italian-
poster.
I could have done what he did. He didn't use it. He just used the brush. That's not what it's for.
Well, it was.
Then you just get shit brush.
Rome,
Yeah, you got
Rome
shit
wasn't
brush.
built in a day.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
what they
true,
say.
man.
Hey, that's what they did in the Coliseum. Yeah.
Dude, I can't get an American haircut now after doing Italy.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you can't get an
You don't
Italian
want-
one.
you don't want
so
rat
pick-
tails
well,
anymore?
I could fly.
My
You
Italian
could.
one.
The
Dude,
Italian
Aiden-
haircuts?
Dude,
Oh
dude,
my
Zipper,
God.
Zipper, can you
But-
try to bring up the image, or can someone
I'm
send it to
so
him
glad I took a
Okay.
pic.
of Aiden's fucking Italian haircut, dude? I laughed for like 5 minutes.
It was
straight.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've never
Italian
seen my hair
haircuts,
like this.
first of all, it's kind of like when you go to one of those like bespoke American ones where they give you beer there.
Oh, there's a picture in Clip Channel in our personal
Yeah.
Discord for the yard.
And I was getting my haircut, and the weirdest thing, the dude lit a match, and he started burning the
'Cause
tips of my hair.
He farted.
Well, when I walked
He
in,
said,
I was
check
like,
this. He said, check this out.
this
And he-
smells like cigarettes. I thought someone was smoking. It was they just burn your hair at the end of it to
That's
get rid
really
of split
weird.
ends or something.
What a fucking backwards town.
Yeah.
Zipper, I sent it to you.
And the
at the
guy
end of
had
it.
an oil painting of himself giving a haircut
No.
in the same seat I was in.
Dude,
That's sick.
hard as fuck.
I
Yeah,
know.
That's sick.
He's like 65. He's like balding. He spoke like in half sentences, which apparently is a Roman accent. So instead of saying like buongiorno, he'd be like bonjour.
Oh.
Dude, you know who we fucking...
Arriva.
Yeah, look
Dude.
at Aiden's...
This was Aiden's haircut.
This is literally the Matrix 4.
Dude, it looks...
Those were the glasses. Those were the glasses
Dude,
I didn't buy.
it's like if they ported Aiden into fucking a James Bond video game and he only had so many polygons
These
Yeah.
glasses were so
that his head
tight.
could be shaped.
These
This
out.
glasses
is
were
this is
so
odd
tight.
job when he takes off the hat.
Dude, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
So how I got
Those are
this haircut?
$800 glasses.
How I got that haircut was I sat down and I told the guy, I was like, you can do whatever you want.
They gave me the works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do like just don't shave
Just
it
fuck
all
my
off,
shit up,
but yeah,
fam.
just do whatever you want. And he gets to the end, he finishes like the cut. He's like, "Do you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is fine." And then he's like, "Do you want wax?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what wax is gonna do to this shit." And then he made it like that.
That
and I'm
was
like,
Yeah, and then you
wax.
became-
Why was it
Bro,
shiny?
okay,
Became
Wax
the
is
Deus
usually
Ex
matte.
guy.
I left to go get a tip for these people because I had just enough cash to pay for it like right on. And I was like, I should tip.
Don't
you know?
say these people.
Italians.
I know.
So I leave to go find an ATM to tip these people. It takes me a while because like you can't go to banks. You have to go to like this weird ATM spot. I get back the exact moment he's walking out. I left to get a $20 tip. I gave him 10. I looked at Aiden's head. I
you
said,
fucked my
"No
boy up too
shot.
good.
You did my boy like that in Roma?
You did him up like Sweet James.
It was so funny. It was
Sweet
so
James
funny.
haircuts and lawyering.
Italian honeys crossed the other side of the street when they saw him.
No,
They were
come
like, they were
on.
scared, bro. He walked through.
I was getting looks.
Yeah, you
Any
were.
of you,
From
any of you
the
ladies want this
police.
Coca-Cola I got already open?
So what? How would you guys? I mean, you were finished finally with the Italy trip. How would you rate the experience?
Nick
I-
crashed a Vespa.
I crashed a Vespa.
Hold
yeah.
on. Really? You're gonna bring up him crashing a Vespa?
Yeah, I
Did
didn't
you
crash
crash one
shit.
too?
No, I didn't crash shit. I was a
Yeah,
great
he
driver.
almost killed me in
No.
an
Oh my-
intersection.
He
Really?
cut Aiden
No.
off
So,
purposely.
yeah, in an intersection.
Like it's
Purposely.
Mario Kart?
So we're on this
Kinda.
we're driving Vespas like through the street.
We're in the
and
middle
we're,
of
like,
Rome.
following each other, right? In the
There's
middle of Rome. We're
buses and
driving
taxis
in
and
traffic
cars.
around buses, around cars. And the way Vespas work there is like you have the full legal right to basically just crisscross through traffic. So anytime you get
Vespas
to a
are
light-
playing Mario Kart, and the cars are NPCs, like on Toad's.
It's like Grand Theft Auto.
Highway.
Yeah.
It's
Toad's
Grand Theft Auto.
Highway.
when you
Toad's
have a fucking
Turnpike.
bike.
Yeah, they're Toad's Turnpike, and you're playing the game.
And it's honest. At
It's
some
so
points,
fun.
it's so much fun, but it's also scary.
First couple days,
sometimes.
me and Aiden, like I was brand new to Vespas. We're riding around. He's like my guide. He has a map out, and he's like, woo! And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill us.
Wait, are you guys riding separate ones?
no,
or
no, no.
together?
He's
The
on my
first few
back.
days, I'm
Okay.
riding
We're
on the
playing
back
double
of the-
dash.
So you're Lizzy, you're Gordo.
He's holding the items, and I'm mapping us through as Gordo.
Right.
And then on the last day, we all get our own, and we're driving in like probably the first like really heavily trafficked area. for
And
the first
Aimen's
time.
shit talking me like as we're riding.
not
up.
actually
You-
not
You
doing that.
were saying like little things. You were like,
Not
damn,
really.
a little bit slow, huh?
Oh yeah, I said that like
Yeah, yeah,
one time
Did you get a little hard?
when I said that.
No, when you rode on the back.
Did you get a little boner riding on
Did
the
you
back?
get a little
end?
hard in your dick?
No.
Like the vibration.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
No.
I could
Figured.
feel it.
I figured.
It was my wallet.
No, I figured. That's hype. Good shit.
That's what Cutie would keep asking me as I was driving. I was like, I'm too stressed to get hard right now.
I'm just fucking too focused.
The blood's in my brain to think. But yeah, we are driving through heavy flow traffic, and at one specific intersection, as it's a red light, Vespas creep up to the top, like you can just go in between cars. And so we all do that, and I kind of creep in between like the oncoming traffic lane on like the double yellow, and it goes green, and I floor that shit, and I pass by Aiden. I go, "Sup, pussy?" And Aiden apparently, allegedly, was in between a car.
This is such an
I
unfair
watched all
retelling
of this happen.
Oh, you saw this?
I was right behind them.
Also,
But I didn't
Also,
see-
Zipper
so-
2 is on the back of my bike.
What
when
I
this happened.
what I didn't see was him cut him off. Cause I was like doing something, and I look up because Aiden like slams his brake and like hops up a foot.
Yeah,
and like it looked like they hit something.
Yeah, we almost like fell over. The reason this happens is because when Ludwig chooses to like pull up like that, the light is green, but we have to turn left and wait for oncoming traffic. So he dives in front of me, but has to stop right away because he can't keep going forward and he can't turn into oncoming traffic. And I slam on the brakes because I can't go right to avoid hitting him because there's a bus to my right. And I slam the brakes in the middle of the intersection so I don't hit Ludwig and so I don't run into the bus. And we fall over in the middle of the intersection. And I actually thought we were going to fall into the bus, but I managed to like stop the bike.
What would you
I've
have done,
never been
Ludwig?
more fucking mad at him, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, probably
he was
the
mad,
most
dude.
I've mad
I
I've
felt
been. Because
bad.
it's like, it's the
No.
middle of a
Oh, yeah, I
busy
felt really bad.
intersection. It's like, it is the worst possible time to fuck around, and he cuts me off.
To sort of add to the list of psychotic behavior before this. So part of getting a Vespa tour is that they don't allow you to do it if you've never ridden one. So like you can't your Vespa tour does not also come with a tutorial. You have to have Vespa experience.
But it's only your word, right?
But it's only your
We
word.
all lied.
But we all lied.
Tight.
And
Oh.
Ludwig had the
I was the most experienced. 'cause I
Ludwig had
rented
like
it.
the days to warm up because he rented his own and was riding around the whole time. But I had never ridden one or like even like really a scooter before. I had like experienced like snowmobiles. I just assumed it'd be like something similar to that. But I was like, yeah, I want to go on this thing, so I lied. And I was just like, hey, Aiden, because Ludwig wasn't around. I was like, Aiden, give me a quick crash course on like how this thing works. So we're about to go, and I've never used one. And he emphasized this. He goes, yeah, so don't lean. When you're driving it, don't lean, just turn. And I'm like, okay, that's simple enough. I mean,
Which is what we learned.
Which
the
is what they told
vineyard.
us,
Yeah,
and I
which is
quickly
what we
learned
were
that was
told.
bad
Yeah.
advice,
So-
and I would not have told anyone
so
that.
Aiden just tells me, don't lean. You're gonna want to just turn with your hands. And I'm like, great. So we get to the first turn that we have to go on when we start this tour is very sharp. It's a complete
It's
U.
Tokyo Drift sharp.
Yeah.
It's like
Initial
a
D.
complete mountain. And so I go and I hear Aiden's voice, just don't turn. And I'm like, and it's like echoing in the back. I'm like, okay, yeah. And so I'm like, just don't lean. So I go and I'm like, and it's like, it's not turning because you need to fucking lean on a Vespa. So I'm doing that. I'm like, what's happening? And then one thing that he did tell me that like I heard, but like I had to get used to it was the throttle is very sensitive. And if you like clench your hands tight, you'll sort of like start turning it and like not notice that you're doing that. So in my effort to tense up and try to turn better, I throttled
You're
it.
just throttling it more.
And
Yeah.
so I just ran it off the road completely and then like ran into the wall. There was like a wall that I assume has been there for thousands of years.
Yeah.
I just ran right into it and then like fucking crashed in front
Did
of it.
you did you get hard
I got a little hard.
a little bit?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a little hard. Yeah.
Fear boner.
Yeah. I was fine. I've crashed like shit before. I've crashed like snowmobiles and like ATVs and stuff before. So like, I was like chill. Zipper 2 was not chill. Zipper 2
Dude,
goes into a
Zipper
panic.
Was
Two
she on
was-
your
Yeah,
back?
she was
Okay.
At
on
the
mine.
beginning.
And
yeah.
that
Two
was
was
part of it
fearful.
because when you have a second person, you have more weight. You actually like it matters more.
It's way harder to turn when you
Yeah.
have the second person.
So I was learning with like fucking the weights on, and not saying that.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, you know
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
Anyway,
Hey,
that's not
no,
what
go
I
get her
meant.
1-800-ROSES. You're good.
From downtown.
Anyway, so I crash it. I'm chill, but she's fucking going through it, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you want to get on Aiden's because like he like knows how to drive one, and she like didn't want to, but I was like, you should get on Aiden's. I don't want to like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, and right
That's
after
And right,
why-
and then
Right
right after
after
this
this-
happened.
That's why I especially felt bad because I didn't think about like Zipper 2 in the moment.
Oh, you didn't consider other people's feelings.
I was like, I'm gonna fuck with Aiden here and call him a pussy and pass him, and I didn't. Well, I didn't.
you know, man shit.
Yeah, you know.
That's actually why I was so mad, because we had just gone through a whole conversation of her getting on my bike just to feel like more safe for the short term.
In Aiden's
And then
arms.
he does that
Yeah.
at the next intersection.
I was Eeyore rest of the day. I was going slow. I was just chilling.
Hey, but after I got a couple practice rounds in, I killed
Hello.
a bug spreadsheet. I was carving on that thing, bro. I was ripping
you
that
don't
thing.
do it like
Everyone thinks they're a god at this shit.
Aiden, tell Slime I'm a god.
Hmm?
On the Vespa,
You're aggressive.
That's not good.
which is what you need.
You don't want to Vespa aggressively.
Yeah, you do. If you're in Italy,
Defensive driving is key.
I feel like
you got to be on the offensive.
Dude,
That's
why
the
they
best
why they
defense.
made the kickstand that fucking hard?
I'll just say I'm so glad I
I'm just
didn't. I
weak.
wasn't
I also
here
agree
for
with
this
that.
part.
No, fuck you.
You're weak, bro.
I agree with you.
When I drove us back, by the way, the traffic was insane, and I literally felt like Jamin Stamen, the transponder. I
Wait,
drove
did
like
you
a
pick them up
champion.
from the airport?
No, on the way back from the
That
villa.
that could be
Oh, yeah.
that could be Jason or John Stamos.
Yeah,
Jamin Stamen.
James Stamen,
I've never.
the Greek Brit.
It's been so long since I've been that car sick.
Yeah.
From the drive
Oh,
home
'cause I
from
was
the
fucking
villa.
drifting.
Oh,
to
dude,
die.
European roads are so.
I look
fucked
back
up.
at Ludwig and I've never seen him like this. He has like this samurai stare, and I'm like, "You good, man?" He goes, "I'm good," and I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Car sick,"
Should have yacked.
We were all so
Shoulda yacked,
nauseous.
puss.
and I'm like, "You want me to pull over?" He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm good," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "I'm good." He keeps saying
Yeah,
it
he
in
was
the same cadence.
getting
He's
annoyed.
fighting
Yeah.
through it. As I listened to possibly the funniest Cometown bit I've heard
Yeah,
in
we
my
were listening
entire
to
life.
a really good
Come
concept
tell me it was
bit.
funny. Couldn't
That
laugh.
was-
Dude,
that was a
this
special
is
time.
also I had no medium to talk about this in a way that was meaningful, but this is like my only avenue. Me and Ludwig got back to the room, like after listening to that Cometown bit, and he goes to me, he goes, "They're funny." And I was like, Ludwig has like never to me like thought about like someone being funny and then talked about it analytically after in any sense. So I was like, he really liked that bit.
Just to get in, I just want to spend
All
a day in your
Ludwig
fucking
gives
head.
me is, ha.
In the,
for anything.
I want to spend a day in the catacombs. That's your fucking
Couldn't
mind.
handle it.
Yeah,
I think I could.
it's
Nah.
all fucking
It's
demons and
just like
nightmares in
we're-
there, bro.
I'm slaying him.
Me and Mike when we were at Low Tide in Texas. Yeah, I think it was me and Mike. We're in a hotel room, and I have this this thread of tweets that 'cause I have a theory that every hotel room in the world is playing ridiculousness 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a thread of tweets where I reply to it, and I add every time I go to a hotel, I check, and it just always is playing ridiculousness on the MTV channel. And me and Mike are doing our tradition that you're Chanel West
That's
Coast.
my Chanel West Coast.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I would love to have Chanel on the pod. If I could swing a guess right now, Chanel West Coast.
Chanel is the Stav of ridiculousness.
yeah.
Just the support
I think
laugher.
she brings a dynamic that we don't have. So we're watching Ridiculousness as we do when we're in hotels, and I was thinking about how fucking funny it would be if we could get Ludwig on Ridiculousness.
Wait, is it still going?
Yes.
Is he still?
Oh,
in-
it's so
New
gone.
episodes?
Ridiculousness
It
is still running.
It's like slated on almost every hour of MTV, and it does well.
Does he stand on the laptop still?
The laptop's gone. They modernized the show.
No.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
the
he
laptop's
stands
What
on
does
an-
he stand
stands
on?
an
He stands on
iPad.
like a stage. He stands on a stage with a screen.
Dude, I want ridiculousness in Fortnite.
Oh shit!
You
Do
know?
they do concerts for Ariana Grande, but it's just ridiculousness
Yeah.
instead?
Or like the MLK museum.
And it's playing
For
all the it's
ridiculous.
playing all the drops that you lost on the
Yeah.
screen. It's connected to your account.
Dude, you know what we could give away on the Patreon is so this sweater comes with an in-game code.
No
So
fucking
you can
way.
wear it in the
That-
game.
Just give it to your
Yo.
brother.
Wait,
But none of us play
are there
Fortnite. He
only-
doesn't play Fortnite
Are there
anymore
only
either.
200?
And yeah, I
There
guess
must be.
so.
There must be.
Yeah.
That is actually so
and
money.
we could give it away.
Now it's sick. Now I'm on
Can
board.
I
Dude,
have
give
it?
it to me. I want it on my
Yeah,
account.
I
Fuck
want
you.
it on my account, bro. I want John Wick wearing a Balenciaga Fortnite sweatshirt.
we live in a hell world.
Doing the Rick and Morty dance.
Yeah.
Fucking
while
L
I
dance, dude.
go to the MLK museum.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That sentence, you say that to me 3 years ago, and I'm like,
What the
yeah,
fuck are you talking about?
That's
Yeah.
that's funny. That's funny.
I wore my Fortnite Balenciaga to the MLK Museum in Fortnite.
And then Travis Scott was a giant. He stepped on me.
Someone had a topic post of people joining Melee because of the yard.
Oh yeah. This was just like a nice thing I wanted to touch on because I went to a tournament while I was in London, and it was a tournament called Myth. It was hosted by our friend Omid, and a couple people came up to me, and surprising number of people there, by the way, that said like I've only been playing for the lowest a week
Really?
Jesus
to
Christ.
like 4 months. A lot of Slippy kids, very cool.
Hmm.
And a couple people were Yard fans.
Wow.
And one guy that I talked to a bunch, Yusuf, he said that he started playing because of the podcast.
Wow.
Like he just heard us talk about Melee and he started playing.
What
and
character does he play?
he plays Puff.
Nice.
And I thought that was super cool. Unrelated, not at a Smash tournament too.
He was
in,
like, these guys are huge pussies, and I want to be just like them.
in Camden Market, which is just like kind of a nice like food shopping area in London. Someone came up to me and recognized me there too.
Wow,
So
she's
not at a Melee
Were you wearing the Fortnite shirt there?
I was not wearing.
So
the
you just
Fortnite.
you kind of just don't
I
care.
haven't been rocking it. Haven't been wearing it. Weirdly
Dude, it's
enough.
fucking so hard. You should.
I
rock
wore it
more.
in
hard.
Italy because
Well, 'cause they
Italians
can't-
don't play
Because Italians
Fortnite.
can't read.
Yeah, they can't read. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, American thing. Cool.
Everything in the country was just pictures of things.
Yeah.
One thing, dude, I've been itching to tell this for a while. but he
Goosen?
just like has
Goosen?
Goosen.
He's been
Goose.
goosed to talk
One.
about his peepaw.
My dad called me
No.
after one of the episodes a while ago, and he asked me.
You're saying no to his dad calling him?
No, your dad
What?
called
I didn't know
you?
Canadians could use phones.
Yeah, he had to build it,
That's
but
And he
crazy.
kind of
had to
makes.
craft it.
Was
yeah,
this
he had like 3 iron and a
He
redstone.
has to FaceTime
I
because
thought it
he
was
can't.
O's on
He
airplane
just has
mode.
like one big block arm that he has and just taps the phone with.
He just does this and
Yeah.
it turns on.
And he asks me, he's like, "What is a Chad?"
Wow.
Can because
Um,
we and naturally because I actually have to answer this question to the best of my ability. I'm thinking like how can I explain this? Because like the definition or like the way that Chad is used has like morphed so much over time. And I'm like trying to briefly explain like what it means now, but I'm trying to explain
It
like
does
the
sound
origin
hard
of it.
to do now that I think about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of
Google
get to
image
this point where
Hassan.
I'm like, it's kind of like a compliment, but it's also used like ironically, and then I'm like trying to think like how it originated, and I'm like, do you know what an incel is?
Dude, that's such a complicated way
no
to go
shit.
about
That's
that.
more complicated than Chad.
And
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, there's Chads and there's Stacy's.
no,
and then-
that's what I did. That's what I did.
Dude,
and I'm like,
you're
so,
so bad at
so there's
explaining
like
things.
the way it started was like on. It started as this like.
So it's like an image
there's
board,
these
and you share
guys-
things like for anime.
Okay, so the
Incel
but-
frog was
community-
racist, but not really.
They're called involuntary celibates. There's like Chads and Stacys to describe the
so
people that they
dumb.
hate. And I track it. I basically backtrack it all the way from like the 4chan origination of the meme.
Is
all
he
the
putting up with this
all
shit?
the way to no, he's interested. Like he wants to know the backstory. I
That's
think.
so funny.
He is
well,
his father.
his AI was coded to walk the other direction after a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
So-
So he's able to stand there and listen for a while.
I watched this YouTube video about the golden record that went to space, and on it, it has directions for aliens to decode how to play a record.
Yeah.
And that is kind of how Aiden explains things.
I give the full context.
I
of
will
it.
say, as long as they're down to listen, I think it's hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's more of like the idea of his dad being like, "Look, I just fucking,
That's
I
the
gotta go."
That's like the fun of being able to explain it in
Yeah.
a way, I think. And it also gives more context to like how everybody uses it now. But the funny thing at the end was like, oh, that makes sense. And he was like, we use that word like among my like friend group of pilots. Like we use the word Chad to describe people as well.
Really?
But they use it to describe people in like a negative way, in like they're like a nerd or like a weird guy, and it's based off of the character Chad from the original Charlie's Angels movie.
That is the most
Yeah.
boomer thing I've ever heard.
I
in
don't.
my
Yeah.
life.
I don't think you can make an older comment.
That
and
is
Chad,
crazy.
Chad is like lame in that movie.
Wow.
And so when him and his pilot friends talk about Chads,
when they bully people, like Chads do.
yeah,
Right.
like Chads do.
Yeah.
Chad is used as an insult.
So it's these
Wow.
fucking
Yeah.
rich ass
Yeah, it's
pilots.
this guy.
Wait,
this
it's
guy.
Tom Green?
Zipper losing his mind at this.
Yeah, I
Wait,
looked
this
up
is
while
the
I'm
new
talking.
Charlie's Angels.
No,
Yeah.
this is the older one for sure.
Well, no,
This
is
isn't
Cameron
old. This
Diaz.
is like-
This is Cameron Diaz one.
The-
But I mean,
I mean, Charlie's
the-
Angels
wait,
was.
does it go
I mean,
even
Charlie's
further
Yeah, it
back?
goes
Yeah,
way
yeah,
back.
way
Okay,
back.
there's 3 generations of Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels then. Because there's like the new
I think
shitty one.
there's
right?
no way your dad is talking about Tom
I
fucking
assume
Green.
No,
there
he's
is
talking
a
about that one.
similar Chad.
He's talking about that one.
That's crazy.
this was
Why
just
don't you just
really
call him
funny.
Freddy's?
So I go
To be
through
fair,
this
it's also
whole
like 20 years
cycle of
old.
explaining, right? And then he reveals this pilot truth to me, and I'm like, wow, that's incredible that you guys also use this name.
Dude, your dad's standing in a circle with other pilots, like baseball players, calling people
pointing and
Chads.
laughing
Yeah.
at nerds. Look at that Tom Green fucking guy.
Yeah,
He's like
dude.
fly. He's like, hey, check this out. What?
I bet all the Chads in the in economy were.
There's about to be a little turbulence. Oh!
It'd be so funny if your dad was like, "Oh yeah, we also use this word cummy wummies," and And it just means that we're going
Yeah,
fast.
pog means
attention-
like super lame.
Yeah.
It's named after like the toys from the.
We're coming up on all of your moms, so there's going to be a bit of turbulence if you could.
The weather in your mom's pussy is. Well, Yardigans, that was a nice time that we just had. That was Italy Part 2, I would say.
Italy Part 2.
We get to wrap it up a
Hey,
bit.
but, you know-
one little cap on this. One
Aimen's great at
more
short
little
caps.
Uber driver story. Short one.
What?
This
A little
guy
Uben.
This guy is just talking to us about, Italy. We're getting along with him really well. And Nick asks him a question because it comes up through this guy's this guy has family in New York, and Nick asks him what he thinks of New York Italians. And this guy says, quote, "They're definitely more proud to be Italian than we are."
It was really funny.
It's so bizarre.
It
Yeah.
was
It's so true.
fucking
And it
funny,
was-
yeah.
There's a weird obsession with being Italian for like Italian Americans. And I don't think Italians are like.
And my whole family is like Brooklyn Italians. Like my whole family is like from New York, and like before that.
Yeah,
like,
so
Italy.
they're insufferable.
Yeah. So they're loud and obnoxious, and they listen to the show. So
Hey!
You guys sound like you suck.
It's a weird
Nah, they're
American
great.
thing
They're
where
great.
it's like everyone's overly proud of their heritage.
Well, I think that comes down to this like weird cultural identity of like not having an identity.
I'm 20% Polish.
Yeah, or it's like, God, I'm like 1% Native American.
Yeah.
It's like
20%
fucking
skill.
getting Starbucks.
Yeah.
Me and Lizzie Warren, dude.
You and Lizzie Warren.
Not actually.
You are the same.
And
Rich.
And there is one more enormous thing I want to tell you guys.
Well,
about.
is it as enormous as what mine is?
it's a little more enormous than
All
yours.
right, you go.
I'll save it for the primo.
Oh, what?
I'll save it for the premium episode.
Okay, mine. Okay, I'll tell you mine real quick. It's about what Aiden got when he came back. You know what? I'll save it.
I'll save it for the premium.
Ah,
You want to watch the premium episode? Join the Patreon.
premium
We're gonna go for
episode.
another
You
hour.
should have heard what he did when he came
Oh,
back from
dude!
Italy.
All right,
Yeah.
so you tell me first. Ready?
Ah.
How about we say on 1, 2, 3?